hot now on the open here at MarketStream.live. My name is Joseph Cusick from the Cusick Group. Securities offered by MoneyBlock here to take a look at what's going on here in the market. Well, not much. Happy holidays to everybody. It is Friday, the final day of this trading week, going into the Christmas, Hanukkah, and Kwanzaa. All the holidays happening over the next 72 hours. Right now, the markets are trading like it. As a matter of fact, I'm taking a look at the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ right now is trading at 49.32, up about $4.20, or down about $4.25. You're looking at the S&P's down 2 points at 256.50. You have the Russell 2000, that ever so mighty train. The small cap index is actually in the green this morning on the open, so we are seeing some Christmas spirit. Up at right now 1364.50, up about $1.50 right now. Finally, the Dow Jones. The Dow Jones is trading down 20 points at 19,852 on the futures, and that has been the story for most of the week. Now, most of the pundits and floor traders at the New York Stock Exchange have had to put their Dow 20,000 hat back in the box. I actually have one from when I was trading in the Dow when it was just getting over 10,000. That's some perspective there. But the Dow Industrial Average is about 110 points, 100 points away from that ever elusive 20,000 mark. And there's really no strong vibes, as you could see right now from the market, that we're going to meet that session high, an all-time high of 20,000. With that being said, if you look at some cool things like the Trader's Almanac, it's always a neat little thing to kind of look at towards the end of the year, to kind of look at some of those milestones and so forth. And one of the things is that the Trader's Almanac does remind us that the Dow has been up 7 of the last 8 years on the last trading day before Christmas. And the last miss was last year, and that's when the Dow dropped 50 points. So very interesting, but we've had one heck of a rally. And with that being said, there is some matters that have come across the tape in the last 12 hours. Some of the more notable discussions are revolved around in the banking sector. Deutsche Bank, ticker symbol DB, and Credit Suisse, ticker symbol CS, both came to terms with the Department of Justice over the mortgage-backed securities fines. The settlement for Deutsche Bank came out at $7.2 billion. That's half of basically what everyone was estimated at, $14 billion. Credit Suisse came out, theirs was $5.3 billion. Again, is towards the lower end of what was expected as far as the fines were concerned. What is also notable is Barclays, the British bank, has not conceded and is not going to be negotiating at this juncture. While these are at least offer some clarity for the stocks going forward, it has done nothing to the European markets. Basically, no punch either to the upside or downside. Go out and check our overnight report that I just did at 8:30 Eastern time. But the action's been basically pretty muted, with 2 major exchanges flat, and basically most of them flatline. Now, there has also been some other notable headlines coming out of President-elect Trump. He's had a few of those tweets, come out that have really were unexpected and taking some jabs, specifically from a company perspective. The Lockheed Martin incident, where basically he said the prices that we're paying for the F-35, just way too much. That's a state-of-the-art aircraft for the Air Force. He also came out overnight and suggested that we need to greatly strengthen and expand our nuclear capability. He's also had a few cantankerous toning tweets towards China, as well as some of his continued cabinet and higher level positions as far as advisors and cabinet members. The Chinese basically did not like what he has to say, and putting Navarro in on his trade council definitely ruffled some feathers in China. As a matter of fact, some of this post-election enthusiasm for traders may be cooling off just a little bit. Now, for those of you that are still going to be monitoring the markets all day, and that's why you're watching MarketStream.live, there are 2 economic reports that you're going to want to pay attention to in about a half hour. They're going to release the new home sales report as well as the University of Michigan sentiment. Look for the number on new homes sales. Roughly, you're going to want to see a number right around 570,000 units. Also, the University of Michigan sentiment, we're going to want to see if it holds up on that 98 level. Basically, right now, business is kind of tied up. You're going to see volumes are going to be extremely weak today. Most traders, most institutional traders and investors are on the sidelines going to do family things, which, I can't wait to do myself. One thing that's also notable from the Traders Almanac is that we are entering today now what is officially called the Santa Claus rally period. This basically covers the day before Christmas and then the last 5 days of the trading year. The Stock Traders Almanac says that in this period, it's been good for the bulls. An average of 1.4% return on the Dow Jones since 1969. When Santa doesn't show up on the street, that tends to precede some bearish tones in bearish markets, or periods that you'll see later in the following year when stocks will pull back. And that could be an opportunity to buy stocks at a lower price, especially after the momentous rally that we've had over the post-election. This is also why you're going to want to keep an eye on MarketStream.live. We're going to talk about strategic approaches so that you can actually deploy capital in positions like selling out of the money puts in underlyings that you ultimately would like to add to your portfolio. And you're going to have perspective. You're going to understand the risk and reward and how those strategies and those approaches can offer you the ability to deploy capital with the intention of having a highly probabilistic, potentially successful trade. With that being said, I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. Remember, the markets will be closed on Monday. They will be open for the remainder of today. But if you're not tuning in for the rest of the day, watch the recordings. But I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever it is you're celebrating, just a healthy, happy holiday season. So everyone, thank you very much for watching MarketStream.live, and we will see you online. Take care.